Okay, let's look at long multiplication with 3 columns, hundreds, tens, and units, and we're going to have carries. So as you know, we always do unit first, so we're going to go 3 times 4. That's 12, so we're going to write the 2 and we're going to carry the 1 to the next column. Then it's 4 times 4, which is 16, plus that 1, which is 17. We write a 7, we carry a 1 to the next column. Then it's 4 times 1, which is 4, plus that 1 that we carried, that becomes 5. Right. Now we're going to move on to the tens column, and before we do that, we're going to write a 0 down for our tens. 9 times 3 is 27. So we write the 7 and we carry a 2. So we're going to write, you can write your carries from your columns in different colors like I am, so that you know that this 1 doesn't belong anymore. It was from the previous round. This 2 is what we're going to use now. So 27 carry a 2. Now it's 9 times 4, which is equal to 36, plus our 2 is 38. So we write an 8 and we carry a 3. 9 times 1 is 9, plus this 3 is going to be equal to 12. Okay, I'm going to plus these columns. 2 plus 0 is 2. 7 plus 7 is 14, carry a 1. 8 plus 5 is 13, plus 1 is 14, carry a 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, and 1 plus nothing is 1. Okay, right, so try remember to do your carries when you do it on paper in different colors for your columns. When you're working with units, write them in the units color, so that when you are on your 9 over there, your tens, you don't use that carry by mistake. You use the one you had for your 9s. Okay, let's look at the next one. These sums just have to be done slowly, one step at a time. Okay. We're going to start with our units as always. 5 times 4 is 20, so we're going to write a 0 and we're going to carry a 2. Now 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 plus this 2, that's going to be 2, because 0 plus 2 is 2. And then 4 times 7 is 28. Okay, now we're going to go on to our tens column. First going to write our 0 down. 5 times 5 is 25. We write a 5, we carry a 2 over here. 5 times 0 is 0, plus that 2 is 2. And then 5 times 7 is 35. And now we're going to add them all. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 5 is 7. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry a 1 here. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 5 is 8. And 3 plus nothing is 3. Okay, right. This comes with practice once again. It's getting a little bit more messy because there's a lot of carries. So you have to just devise a way that can make it look less messy and easier for your brain to follow the path. Let's start this one over here. 4 times 4 is 16, carry a 1. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17, carry a 1. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1 is 13. Okay, now our tens column, we're going to write our 0 down. 5 times 4 is 20, so it's a 0, carry a 2. 5 times this 4 is 20 plus 2 is 22. Write a 2, carry a 2. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17. I'm going to add them all up. 6 plus 0 is 6, 7 plus 0 is 7, 3 plus 2 is 5, 1 plus 7 is 8, and 1 plus nothing is 1. Okay, let's look at the next one. 5 times 4 is 20, so we write a 0, we carry a 2. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So we write a 0, carry a 1. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 1 is 29. Okay, now on to our tens column, so we write a 0 first. 5 times 5 is 25, write the 5, carry a 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12, write the 2, carry a 1. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 1 is 36. Add them up. 0, 5, 11, 9, and 3. There we go. Okay, so this screen is the one where you're going to do the multiplication yourself on paper. So you're going to press pause, copy these problems down on paper at home. Do your carries as accurately as you can. Add them in once you've done your multiplications for each column. And then you're going to press play when you come back, and we'll check the answers together. Okay, so I'm assuming that you've done your work. Let's have a look at the first one. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry a 1. That's 16 plus 1 is 17. Carry a 1. 4 times 5 is 20 plus 1 is 21. Okay, now we're going to go on to the tens column, but because we're doing tens, we've got to put a 0 down first. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12, so we write down a 2 and we carry a 1. 5 times 3 is 15, plus that 1 is 16. We're going to add up our columns now. 2 plus 0 is 2. That is 16. That's 4. That's 8. And that's 1. There we go. Next one. 20. Carry a 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. Carry a 1. 16 plus 1 is 17. Tens column. 5 times 5 is 25, carry a 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12, carry a 1. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 is 21. Now we're going to add them all up. 0, 5, 9, 2, 2. Did you get those answers? I hope you got them. By now you've done quite a bit of multiplication, long multiplication. And carrying is not something that you're unfamiliar with. So this should just come with practice. Always make sure you write neatly. It's very difficult for me to write neatly because I'm writing on an iPad screen with a very slippery pen. But on paper, try and make an effort to use different colors as according to your columns, so that when you can see your carries clearly, you can add them in properly. And then you should be able to come out with the right answers. I'll see you in the next lecture.